everybody. I've just finished seaming both of my front panels for my cardigan, which means that essentially all of the seaming is done. Of course, I'll be seaming these to the back, but all of the little tedious, like having to do each block is done. I only have a few straight lines now. But yay, I'm so excited. I'm going to block these today, and then hopefully tomorrow, or even this evening if these dry fast enough, hopefully tomorrow I will get to put this with the back and start on the sleeves and the collar, and then I think it's gonna just be done so fast after that. Probably mid next week it could be done, so we'll see. Morning everybody. Today is already a better day than yesterday, so there's that. Ara and I both woke up in better moods, I think. We've just showered and she had a bath and we're getting ready for the day. This is a very rare occurrence for me, but I've decided to open the store an hour late today because even though I feel a lot better, I just cannot get my act together. I don't know what it is. I'm just struggling. It's 9:30 right now. This is normally about the time that I would leave for the day. I still have to stop and get gas. I have to make both of us breakfast and I have to pack a lunch for Ara. It's just not happening. But today is Friday, October 11th. Episode 3 of the new season of Great British Baking Show comes out today. So I haven't watched it yet today, but I am finally wearing the shirt that I bought. I bought the shirt and was planning on wearing it every Friday for the entire season of British Bake Off, and I haven't yet. I've only really slept in it. It says baking shows and judging, and I just think it's hilarious. So I'm wearing my British Bake Off shirt today. It's not British Bake Off, but that's, it's topical. And I baked some chocolate chip cookies this morning. I was going to make pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, but we were all out of canned pumpkin. I definitely didn't have time to process a pumpkin. I gifted myself a little extra time this morning. I'm taking a moment to make us a nice lunch. So very simple. Oh, that's the oven. It's just preheating. Very simple, just some pre-made pasta shells, and I cooked it with some green beans just to get some veggies in there. And I am currently sauteing some garlic, lemon, pepper, kale. It's sauteed in coconut oil. And I'm going to toss that in here, and then I'm going to use the last of this pourable plant-based mozzarella that I used on day 1 or 2 of Vlogtober when I made that pesto pizza, and I'm going to make just a kind of a pasta bake. Now that I'm thinking about it, we have all kinds of frozen cubed butternut squash that we processed last year. That was from our garden, and I should have cooked that in here. I don't have the time now, but that would have been perfect. Okay, let's go. Packaging up your orders right now, and I just wanted to say, look how gorgeous this one is. We have 3 skeins of Ara on the non-superwash fingering base, which I just love the way that this yarn takes dye. It is so pretty, in my humble opinion. I just think this is gorgeous. So I would love to know what this is going to become. And then we have a floss organizer, a floss drop. This is one of the large ones, so it holds up to 30 colors. I love this one. It's so beautiful. And then we've got some pink donut needle stoppers. And I love the whole mood of this order. Okay, I'm trying on the pumpkin sweater. The thing is, I actually really love the sleeve. It's exactly what I was going for. It's only a tad bit silly. I think it is actually kind of perfect. So I'm really happy with the sleeve. The thing I'm not so sure about is the body. So tucked in, I think it looks really cute. I think it looks a little just ill-fitted. I know some people really like oversized sweaters. I don't dislike them, but I feel like clothing that's a little bit more fitted than that, or at least if it's oversized, if it was more cropped, I think is more flattering to my shape. So my daughter shut the door and that tea just fell. So sleeve is staying. I can go ahead and knit the second sleeve, but now I have to decide if I want to rip a few inches out of the body, or if I will just kind of always wear it tucked in, or do I want to go back and redo the whole body with some decreases, because I had gone up a needle size to make it a little bit roomy, but now it's kind of too roomy. So I don't know. I'm sure it'll also help when I try it on with some different pants. These jeans are kind of like those mom jean, like oversized styles. So no more popsicles. You've already had 2. So yeah, verdict's still out on that, but the sleeves, perfect. I'm keeping the sleeves. I'm also dyeing up the, no more popsicles, you've already had 2. I'm dyeing up the first of the pumpkin sweater kits now, so that's exciting. Those cookies that I made, I packed 2 to bring to work today for my daughter and I to both have one. And over the course of the past couple of hours, I have eaten both of them. So I'm feeling a little guilty. But in my defense, she has had multiple popsicles. I seem to really enjoy seeing the orders. So here is another one. I've sold out of the creme brulee Earl Grey today. Almost every order that's come in today has included this, which is awesome because this is a delicious tea. So I know you guys are going to enjoy it. We've got 2 skeins of Aura on silk mohair, which is my absolute favorite yarn on the whole planet. And this precious little tea diffuser. It's heart-shaped. I went through a bunch of the tracking numbers for the orders that have been going out this week, and I saw that a bunch of them were delivered. Some of them were delivered yesterday, which was really fast. It looks like a bunch were delivered or will be delivered today. Hey! And then a bunch of them will be delivered tomorrow. So yay! I'm so glad that everything's showing up to you guys. I hope that it's all perfect and that you're excited, and I really appreciate you all so much. Aura's making me go around in circles. Come over here and she goes, see? That one's pink? There we go. What other ones do you like? Red. Okay, sure. What else? I like that one. Thank you. This is a BFL nylon. Batwing. She's giving me a tour. I love these sport weight yarns, the color composition that I came up with. Mama? Yes, baby? Oh. I think these are actually dry enough that I could work with them now. I probably won't because, oh, that's an end I need to stick back through. I probably won't because I am dyeing yarn, but I'm so tempted. I want to do this if my daughter decides to take a nap today before I leave. Also, finish my sentence. I'm going to work on this while the yarn is dyeing if my daughter takes a nap. Something that I'm going to have to go back through and adjust on the back panel is where I wove in the ends on some of these. You can see them on the right side, which I'm surprised by. So I've already fixed a few of them, but if you see little spots like that, that's actually the ends, and I'm going to go back in and weave it in over here on this side. I think that's the only one over here that needs help, but the seaming on these right panels looks so much better. Especially right here, this was the very last one that I did. By the time I got there, it's like I got the hang of it. I think that was the last one I did. No, it doesn't matter. It looks good. I'm excited.
Totoro?
No Totoro? Oh, on the couch? Sit down there so he can draw with you. Oh, is Totoro drawing? You're good at sharing. Thank you. Totoro said thank you. Okay, midday update. Well, actually, it's 3 o'clock, so I have an hour until I close. I dyed up a bunch of the yarn for the pumpkin kits, which is really exciting. I feel like I'm gonna be just perfectly on schedule. This was a quick turnaround. I wanted to get the kits out to everybody before the end of October, so that way you could still kind of feel like, well, obviously November is still perfectly pumpkin season, but you know, I thought it'd be great to get the pumpkin sweater kits into everybody's hands in October. So looks like that will happen. Of course, I'm gonna have to do quality checks on all the yarn before they go out, and right now everything I dyed is still wet, so I can't really check it, but I have all of the, so I dyed enough of the yarn for a couple of the main, I dyed the main, why can't I speak? The main color today. I dyed enough for a couple of the kits, and then I pre-dyed some of the Celadon color. I have the white ready to go, and now I have all of the pumpkin color dyeing. So that means all I'll have left to do is dye up a few more skeins of the Celadon color, and then the rest of the pink for the sweater kits. So, yes, it's going well. I also just started up the dye pan for that worsted weight Golden Afternoon that a customer sweetly kind of pre-ordered. So, yeah. Sorry, I keep getting text messages from my husband, so they're distracting me. I feel good. Like I accomplished what I needed to do today. My daughter has not taken a nap, but that's okay. It turns out she's actually going to have an overnight at her grandparents' today, so I will actually get a full night's sleep without being kicked or woken up. But, you know, every time, there's been only a handful of times that I've been away from her overnight, and even though it's only going to be a few hours, because in the morning I'm just going to go get her, it's going to be surreal, so I'm going to miss her. So I'm kind of glad she hasn't taken a nap, so that way I could have all the time with her today. Okay, I can't do any more dyeing right now because I'm waiting for that one pan to heat up, and then the other burners are all going with the sweater kits, so I have a minute, I guess, to just kind of sit. That's nice. I'm about to show you me kind of dyeing up Golden Afternoon. At this point, I've already put in the yarn in the pan. There's heat and acid, and I've already mixed like the base color. So there's four different dyes that I use in various concentrations to create the base color for Golden Afternoon, and then I go in and I use 2 dyes to speckle it to finish it off. So first you'll see it. I didn't say the pans are too loud for me to speak over them, so I'm telling you now, and then I'll show you. Yeah, it's always fun adding in the final touches and seeing it all come together, so here we go. The camera's probably going to change the color a little bit, because it always does that, but also the steam is going to come off of the pan, so yeah, just FYI. It'll look more like it's supposed to when it's dry and there's not steam. I just finished seaming one of the shoulders on. I wish that I had some wonder clips out here. I don't want to go into the sewing room because that's where my daughter's sleeping, but I wish I could do some wonder clips to get an idea of how this is going to look. But that took no time at all, so I'm gonna quickly do the other shoulder. Okay, 2 updates. One, I just went in to the dye room and flipped those yarns and speckled the other side, and once those set, they will be all done. So I never know who would be comfortable with me saying their name or not, but so I don't want to say anybody's name, but to the person who pre-ordered that with Cinder and Snow, your yarn will be ready shortly. It's just going to have to dry tomorrow, and then it'll be in the mail. I'll probably pack it up Monday night because I have to come to the shop to host a knitting group on Monday night. So it should be in the mail by Tuesday. Yay! And then I just finished seaming my other shoulder, so now I have two shoulders, two fronts and a back panel. So obviously the side seams aren't done yet, so that'll be next. I need to look at the pattern to figure out how big to leave the armhole. So that's that. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but my husband and I are getting to go on a date tonight, so I'm not sure how much more I'll record when I get home because I have to pretty much quickly get my daughter ready, get myself ready, and all of that. So I'll probably end up editing this video tomorrow morning for it to go out. So yeah, not sure how much more I'm going to do tonight. I want to bring a knitting project with me on the date because there will be time in the car, and you know, I don't know. I think we're just going out to eat. So that's that. It's actually just about 4. My daughter's still asleep, which means I'm gonna have to wake her up. Poor thing. But I'm gonna get myself situated first. That way I'm ready to go out the door. Because if she's tired and grumpy and I wake her up, we won't be able to get out the door. But if I'm ready to go and I tell her that she's gonna go see Mimi and Papa, then she will be over the moon. So I'm wrapping up my day here at the shop. It was a good, productive day. Okay, so the fronts are seamed to the back. It looks really good. I'm very excited. The only thing is I focused so much attention on the composition of the back squares. So, you know, I really was mindful about what was touching each other. And on this front one, I was still kind of adjusting things as I went just to make sure I got it right. But there's a couple places where I'm like, oh darn, I should have done that differently. So for example, I didn't realize that I had 3 white stars or cream colored stars all next to each other. So that's kind of disappointing. I also put 2, now this will be separated by, there'll be a beige colored ribbing, but I have these 2 green blocks parallel, and then I have these 2 green blocks parallel. Their centers are different, but you know, still. And I ended up, if you remember a couple days ago when I was kind of brainstorming how I was going to do this, these 2 darker squares, I had them either up there on my shoulders, and I realized I didn't want them side by side because it really looked like a dark mass all at once. So I changed it up a little bit, but in doing so, some of the other things I kind of didn't notice they got closer to each other, but it's okay. I think the colors look better in person than they do on the camera, but once this is all done, I'll make sure I put it in lighting where it looks really, really nice. But it's getting like nice and heavy, and yeah, I'm getting close to having a cardigan. I think I showed a clip of this earlier. In fact, I know I did. I don't know if I've included it in the video, but this is my first time wearing hand knit socks for the season, which is really excellent. I don't even know if I've ever worn these ones because they're really bright. Not usually my style, except for on a day like this when I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt. And then these are what I call my potato shoes. I usually wear these when I'm dyeing yarn. You can see they're pretty disgusting because they're just covered in yarn dye. So, remarkably, I didn't get any yarn dye on my socks, but it is all over my shoes. So yeah, and that's my knitwear for today. And I see a little hair. I've had this top hanging up here at the shop on my clothing rack as just kind of a pattern sample. It's not my hand-dyed yarns, but I like to put up a variety of knits in the shop just to help inspire people. Anyway, this has been hanging up all season because of course I couldn't wear it, but I actually think it's going to be cool enough tonight that I can wear this on my date. This is the Diaphanous Raglan by Jessie May Designs, and it has these gorgeous, somewhat sheer balloon sleeves. I knit it with like a fluffy cashmere, so it fills out the space a little bit more, but then it's a v-neck and it's cropped, and so I think I will wear this over maybe a dress. Oh, and I'm so excited to finish my pumpkin sweater now that I've knit the first sleeve and confirmed that I really like it. I probably will adjust the body in some way, but yeah, I feel really good about the project. Okay, I need to go wake up my daughter and get on home. Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Do you see Daddy? Go get him. Oh, there he is. Go see him. Let's go say hi to Daddy. Go, go, go. Go get Daddy. Let's go see Daddy. Wow, so pretty. This whole big plant we started from a seed. We're getting ready to go out for the night. I have to go drop off Ara, but wanted to show you guys what I ended up going with for my knitwear for tonight. I was going to wear that purple top that I showed you, but it just was too warm. It's definitely still too warm for cashmere. The temperature drops at night, but not enough early enough to wear it. So I'm wearing my Cloudbow pullover. This is an all over, I'll show you. It's a peplum style top knit out of one strand of a lace mohair. I'm gonna put on my earrings, and that's what I'm wearing. And I'm having a nice hot cup of coffee before we go because I only had like 1 cup today, I think, and I need a little bit if we're going to be out for any amount of darkness. I will fall asleep the instant that the sun sets if I don't drink this.